You are now tapped in with your girl, Miss Unique, on the Unique Experience Podcast, the place where broken crayons still color.
Hello, beautiful people. I am your girl, Miss Unique, your host, of course, and this is a late night set, okay? So I'm thrilled to have you join in with us tonight for another empowering episode. Today, we're diving into a deep, deep topic, yeah, okay? And it resonates with so many of us today. You know, we just going through some things at night and, oh, okay, yeah. I need to vent today, and it just so happened to be some topics that we all could relate to. You know what I'm saying? So, today's topic, we're going to dive into a deep topic that resonates with so many of us: self-love and boundaries. Let me say that again for the folks in the back, okay? Self-love and boundaries. And you know what? To add to that, it's like, you know how you be in relationships with people, then it seems like the relationship be shipping. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about relationships at a crossroad as well. All right. So I'm honored to introduce our special guest on tonight. Her name is Fadria. She's affectionately known as Tria. She's a remarkable young lady with a powerful story, and you guys gotta know her to love her. And she's here tonight to share with us on the unique experience, the place where broken crayons still color. Y'all already know that, right? Okay, so Drea has been on a journey, self-discovery, learning to prioritize her own well-being while navigating the complexities of modern relationships. You know, the back in the day relationships where they can just go through some stuff and go in the next room. You know, they never leave the house and they get it together and nobody ever knows in public. We don't do that no more. We make it public. We make it known. Everybody and their mama and them and their auntie and them and their cousin them want to celebrate when you're going through some things. Okay? So it's not like the older relationship situations. So in this episode, Drew is going to open up about her experiences with self love, the importance of setting boundaries, and the challenges she faced as she suspects her relationship might be at a crossroad. Her honesty and courage is both truly inspiring, and I know her insights is going to resonate with many of you. So, y'all, let's grab our favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into this heartfelt conversation, okay? So, we're going to, without further ado, welcome to the Unique Experience podcast, where it is a non-judgmental platform. Non-judgmental, and we say what we say, and you gonna know we meant what we said when we said it, okay? So without further ado, let's welcome to the stage Miss Drea. Hey girl.
Hi,
How you
girl.
doing?
Hi. I'm doing good,
Girl,
girl. How you doing?
you got me in my natural state tonight. You hear me? I'm talking
Okay.
about in the so
Well,
now
I
we
didn't know
talking
this was
about,
gonna be like this.
well, now you know,
I
now you
didn't.
know.
I,
You see what I be
now I
doing.
know, honey. I
How
see.
you
I
feeling?
like it. I like it. Um, better, but I'm okay. It's just a lot. Maybe. Chill out. I'm live.
Okay, so this
I'm
is what we're
sorry.
gonna do first. First,
Okay.
I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, what you got going on.
Okay. Well, this is the unique experience, and if I have to tie that into me, I'm just trying to be my unique self, whatever that is. Um, Battling challenges like trying to figure out where I belong, what I'm supposed to do, what's my purpose, who really loves me, do I really love myself, do I even know myself? So it's battles of things every single day for me. But no matter how many challenges I face, I still make it to another day. So apparently I'm either doing something right or I'm still got a mission. So it just takes it day by day. One day, still got
Okay,
time.
so what we're gonna do, being that the topic is about self-love, and I hear you mention you don't know, and me knowing who you are and the topic I've introduced, you all, if y'all didn't know, um, based on the topic of you saying you don't know, you do know, but you're not sure that you know what you know. It's a difference, okay?
Yeah.
So, what? Let me ask you this first. What
Okay.
does self love mean to you?
Self love to me is accepting who you are, that raw, natural, thank you, breath, wake up in the morning, accepting me for me type of love, like my flaws, everything that I've been through, everything that I've done thus far has made me who I am today. And I can't, it's not being ashamed or not being embarrassed about what you've done or what you've been through. It's embracing those things because you're still standing today and all of those things had to happen so that you're here. So you have to love that. That's self love.
Okay. So, how are you practicing it in your daily life?
Girl, why you putting me on the spot like that?
We started from the bottom, now
No,
we here.
with here. I think my biggest challenge is accepting that no one else has to accept me. Um, Self love is just accepting me, and I have battled with accepting me for a very long time. When I was younger, I consider myself a chameleon because it didn't matter where I was or who I was with. I always blended in with the crowd. I never stood out. So when I became a young adult, I didn't know who I was, what I liked, because I was used to just blending in with everything and accepting everything that I didn't know. So now that I'm much older, um, the challenge is just learning who I am and accepting everything about me.
Mm, okay. So when you how do you identify when a boundary needs to be set? Let me see. How do you identify when a boundary needs to be set or adjusted in relationships per se? When do you know or when you feel that something got to happen? When is that? What is that moment for you?
Boundaries are set immediately. Like I can't go into um I can't go into a situation without those boundaries. I have to know what I am going to accept and what I'm not going to accept. And by no means, no one is supposed to cross those boundaries unless I want those boundaries to be crossed. So immediately, I'm setting boundaries. Now, I have to be transparent when we, and this is just me speaking for me, fall in love as women, it's crazy because some of those boundaries start to fade away. You forget,
Mhm.
um, dang, I ain't supposed to let him be treating me like this, but oh, it's okay. I ain't gonna worry about it. No, you have to stand on those boundaries. No one is supposed to disrespect you. No one. It's not funny for someone to call you out your name. No, that's not a joke. No, you're not supposed to be accepting disrespect. And those are setting boundaries in your relationship, a friendship, a co-workership, whatever. You set those boundaries at the very beginning, so no one has to question. Oh, is this okay? You know what's okay and what's not okay.
Yeah, I like that. I'll share with you a moment where I felt like I needed to set boundaries, right? So it was a point where I was in this situationship,
Mhm.
and while I was in this situationship, I was only there because someone else introduced me to it, right? It
Right.
wasn't anything that I picked out or chose for myself. So because I did that, it
Mhm.
was a it was like a kind of gap between the conversations that was being had to where it was everything that came out of their mouth was a level of disrespect. And you know
Right.
it was disrespect because of how your facial expression is and how you respond to it.
Right.
Right? You take a deep breath and you really want to say something, but you don't say nothing because you around people that you really don't deal with. But because a
Right.
friend was talking to a friend, it got me into a bad situation. And everything that came out that person mouth,
Mhm.
it hurt it. But they want to laugh about it, laugh it out. It's not a joke. That's how you really felt
Right.
about
It's
me.
not
And
funny.
how can you be
Right.
me or around me and you're disrespecting me like that fluently? Right.
Right.
So that was a part where I had to set boundaries. Either you gonna like me for who I am or you gonna let me go. You're not
Right.
gonna babysit me for somebody else. You're in the way. If you don't want me, just
Mhm.
go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the moments that I had. So now we talked about the self love and boundaries. We're going to jump into the relationships at a crossroad. So
Okay.
based on your quick bio, the synopsis of what's going on, um, I got you on the podcast because you want to talk about some things as far
Right.
as what it feels like to have your relationship at a crossroad. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
what signs, behaviors have led you to feel that your relationship is at a crossroad?
Uh, it's just the sudden changes. Like, of course, everyone goes through their honeymoon phase of everything is just making you feel like you're on cloud nine. But then you have to come back to reality. Then you start to notice those things, those boundaries, as we just started talking about, that you set for yourself that you like, oh no, like, so there's this specific instance. I'm a big communicator. Talk to me. If I ask you a question, give me a straightforward answer. But uh, my boyfriend likes to play, and I don't
Mhm.
think things are funny all the time. So
Okay.
he'll make little jokes, and I do take them offensively, but not to the point of being aggressive with it. It's always, I don't like that. It's not funny. Don't say that. But he's laughing
Mhm.
about it, so I know he's not taking it seriously. And these are my feelings. I mean, they're my feelings. I can't be mad because he's not upset that I'm upset about it. But at the same time, if you see me upset, can we divert it so that we both can laugh about something? It's little stuff like
Right.
that. And then it turns into, okay, now I'm upset. Now I don't want to talk to you. And you come with some type of gift, whether I say I want something from the store or you bring me just whatever. And it's not an apology, it's not a babe, I'm sorry or whatever. It's here you go and everything's supposed to be okay. Those are
Mm-hmm.
those little milestones leading up to that crossroad. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to end up making a choice, you or me.
Okay. Um. So how does the suspicion of infidelity impacted your self esteem and your sense of self worth? Once things changes, how does that affect it? Um, your self esteem does
Um,
when you yeah.
in this current relationship doesn't impact my self esteem, self worth, because I am still in repair mode from the relationship that I was in previously that built my self esteem just to break it all the way back down to feeling like I wasn't even worth even being here. So now it's repair mode for me. No man can put a label or anything on my self worth. It's all about how I feel about myself. If I want to wear braids, a tutu, roller skates, whatever, that's me. That's what I want to do because I want to do it. Um, the relationship that I was in previously, it was 8 years, and it was a roller coaster of, oh, I think he loved me. Oh, I don't think he loved me. Oh, he's cheating on me, but it's not even with a girl that's remotely looking like me. So maybe he's after a girl that he's more attracted to. Maybe he likes that type of girl. Let me try to be that type of girl. And I still end up brokenhearted, broken down, feeling worthless, and that impacts your self-esteem. It impacts of how you think about yourself because this is a person that again you're being vulnerable with. You're showing your insecurities, your flaws, just for them to disregard you. That impacts that bothers you as a woman, as a human being, to love someone and them not show you that same love or appreciation back. It hurts. It makes you feel like it's a mess.
I To me,
Hmm.
we as people tend to put on masks. We tend to
Right,
water ourselves down and put ourselves on the clearance rack to
hmm
have somebody to accept us, right?
right,
Knowing that in reality, the reality of it is, if we have to do all of that, they're not accepting us. It
right.
is the
Exactly.
imitation person of who they want us to be, right?
Right, right.
Um, I've had situations where I had to mask myself to fit in. And
Hmm.
at the end of the day, I hurt me. Because when
Right.
this person gets tired of
Definitely.
you have to change that mask and put on another one to fit this other person's criteria. Right?
Right.
So why would you keep masking yourself for everybody else? Either they gonna love you naked in your authentic self, or they can
Hmm.
kick rocks. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because you keep doing that, then you have to turn back around and regroup to find who you are. If you keep masking yourself that much, Drea, then you gonna forget who you are. You're
Yeah.
not gonna even be able to identify the person in the mirror.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
if like I tell a lot of people, if you have to make a decision between me and the next person, choose them.
Hmm.
Because it lets me know that you can see past me.
Yeah. I'm not even
You understand what
relevant.
I'm
Like
saying?
I'm an option. Right.
So what conversations have you had with your mate about how he makes you feel and what he say? Because I know you address these concerns. I hope
Oh, most
you address
definitely.
them. Okay,
Most
so when you
definitely.
address these concerns to him, what was his response to how you feel?
Um, it's nonchalant, ain't gonna lie. It's nonchalant. No, it's not like that, or it's I don't know. Now I ain't gonna say dismissing my feelings, but making me feel that I'm over emotional. But then it is the action behind it. I told you that I don't like this, or I told you that this hurt my feelings, and you correct those actions. I could care less about what you're saying to me, but the fact that he does try to correct his actions um, speaks volume that he is listening to me. But I feel like it's gonna be a long road, and I have to choose if I'm gonna stay on it or get off of it.
How do you envision your future with this particular person? And what are some of the changes you like to see in him?
Um, I can see myself with him. Like he has amazing qualities that I admire in men, and I just want him to be more open to my feelings at the moment. If I'm telling you, hey, I don't like that, then take consideration right then and there. It takes you a minute of walking off and leaving for a while and then coming back and being like, okay, I'm fixing this. But to just acknowledge the fact that you hurt me in that moment, I think is the biggest thing for me. Because we have an understanding. I don't need this is I'm making a choice to be with you, just like you're making a choice to be with me. So let's choose to work on these issues and be feel like you can be open up to me and talk to me. Like whatever, if I'm irritating you or I done did something to you, you should be able to tell me, hey babe, I don't like that. And I'm supposed to be woman enough to correct it for you. And it's supposed to be vice versa. You're supposed to be able to do the same thing for me.
Okay, so you saying that you're okay with him small things, you hoping that he could correct, right? But what steps are you taking to ensure your what's the word? How what steps are you taking to prioritize your mental health while going through this struggle of him being this challenging for you? Because it's a two-way street, right? You can want
Hmm.
so much in a
Right,
person. You can have your
right.
standard set so high for this person, and what you're giving is not being reciprocated, right? It's like, okay, well, I want this to be like this. You want a lifetime situation, and they want this seasonal situation type thing. So when you're in that, and when you feel like something is not going to change, you wishing the best for the whole situation.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
what is this?
It's okay to be in a relationship, but it's not okay to feel like you're alone in a relationship, if that makes sense.
It does.
Like you're in the relationship yourself. That's not
Right.
healthy for you. You know
No,
what I'm
it's definitely
saying?
not.
So,
And one of the
um,
things,
let's see what this say. Okay, Josh says, sometimes men have a hard time expressing ourselves due to being afraid that it may someday be used against us.
You can't go through your life fearing that though. You have to be able to be vulnerable with somebody. Like that's the whole point of having your partner, so that as you fight the world, you don't have to come home and be with somebody that you have to fight with. You can be who you are, whether it's silly, goofy, shy, private, sensitive, whatever. As a man, you're able to do that with your partner. But when you put up those walls and scared to be who you are, then you put a strain on the relationship. She's wanting you to open up and be you, and you're refusing to do so. So you're putting her in a position of overthinking, um, putting situations in her head that don't even have to be there.
That's true too. Um, so when you're going through things, and have y'all sat down and had conversations about past relationships? Have y'all been open to each other about things that you guys been through?
Yeah. We started off as friends, so I knew about his recent past relationships, and I told him about mine and a couple more relationships that I've had and the experiences that I've had with men, and it it was no judgment. I didn't judge him. I didn't worry about nothing that he had going on. His past wasn't my concern. It was me accepting, okay, you don't seem like a bad guy. I want to get to know you. And we just took it from there. Um, our past, we're not holding any of that against each other. It's everything is current for us. Whatever you got, whatever is going on now, it's between us. It has nothing to do with anything from the past.
Okay. So the next question that I have is, what qualities do you value most in a partner, and do you feel these are being met in your current relationship?
Mm, biggest qualities for me is communication and the willingness to learn and grow. I don't know you, you don't know me. I don't know all of your bad days and vice versa, but I'm choosing you. I'm choosing to be with you. You're choosing to be with me. So you have to possess the qualities that you're going to talk to me and we're going to be able to work some stuff out. And you're going to be able to open and willing to learn me because I'm not the same person every day. I'm not going to be the same person every year. I'm growing. So you have to grow with me just like I have to grow with you. If we can do at least those two things, I feel like we
Right.
can make it a little bit farther if we didn't have them.
Right. What is trust to you? What is the definition of trust?
Trust is just a word. I don't feel this, and this is just me. I don't feel like anyone can trust anybody because anybody is capable of anything. If there, my brother told it to me, if there has ever been something that is done, that means anybody is capable of doing it. Anybody's capable of robbing the bank. Anybody's capable of murder. Anybody is capable of breaking your heart. When we set these high expectations, oh, I'm trusting you with my everything, I'm loving you with my everything, we set ourselves up to be hurt because as soon as someone makes a mistake, guess what? We are devastated. I can't believe they did that. I can't believe you hurt me. How come you can't believe this? They're human. Things happen. So I can't say what trust is to me other than just another word that we tell someone or tell ourselves to make the situation feel better. Oh, I trust them. Or I trust this, not trust that. I have to trust myself. I have to trust my gut. I have to trust my God above, know what's going on, and I'm supposed to be following his direction. Other than that, I'm not supposed to trust nothing. I'm supposed to believe what I see.
Right. I get it. So how do you differentiate between intuition and
Hmm.
insecurity when it comes to
Oh,
trust in your
girl.
relationship?
Uh, girl, those whispers, both that gut intuition and that insecure, they both sound the same when you're in your emotional state. As a woman, speaking from a woman's point of view, when I am emotional, whatever the situation has got the estrogen riling up in me, I'm not thinking logically. I'm not looking at all of the facts. All I know is I'm hurt. Somebody got to pay about it. But once I'm calm and I'm looking at what's going on, I'm able to trust my gut and the logical facts that I'm seeing in front of me. And I can't dispute the facts. I can't dispute receipts. I can't dispute what I'm seeing with my own two eyes.
I'm gonna tell you about the Josh says, do you think that trust issues from past relationships affect your relationships with your mate today?
Facts, for sure. That is exactly why. And I take that as a lesson. I don't look at it as it's bad or nothing like that. Yep, I'm embracing them trust issues because guess what? When I didn't have those trust issues and I believed you wholeheartedly and I trusted and knew that you wasn't going to hurt me, guess what? I ended up hurt. But with these trust issues, I have boundaries. I'm not going to let people cross too often. I have set those sites. I've been hurt so many times to where those trust issues are embedded in me. Guess what? If you did do something to me, I wouldn't be as hurt with these trust issues than I would be without them.
That
My
makes
trust
sense.
issues, we look at those as, oh, you trust issues, you're damaged, you this, you that. No, I'm better, I'm wiser. You can't run that same game on me at 30 that you were able to run on me at 20. So give me my trust issues, my problems. I'm taking it and I'm running with it. If I got trust issues, if I feel like I can't trust you, then I don't need to be with you. I
Right.
gotta have some type of something. So no, yep, trust
You're
issues
right. It's
definitely have affected that for sure.
so this is what you do. Like in relationships today, we put up this barrier. We have our guards up due to
Hmm.
prior hurt in relationships. Not only just a male female relationship, but relationships. Period. It comes from a lot of different hurts. Um, it stems off of mother wounds. It stems off of father wounds. It stems off of
Hmm.
shoot church hurt. Sibling hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So it goes deeper than
you're right.
just a relationship itself within itself because now you got these dark places of negative things that you've been getting all your life. So now you don't have room for nothing positive. Everything come at you, you ready to go to tackle it because you feel like something, but somebody else on some messed up stuff. Somebody else some more stuff. So because I've been through this already, I'm gonna get you before you get me type of mentality comes into play.
Yeah,
Um,
true,
you've been hurt, so it could be to the fact where you've been hurt so much that you don't know how to love.
true.
It's hard. How can you love yourself when that's all you came up around is negative energy? People
Hmm.
bash you, talking down on you, you don't fit in, you different, you know what I'm saying? They only come around you when you're beneficial to them. It
Yep,
plays a part
yep.
into relationships, you know what I'm saying? And the people that
Hmm.
are in the relationships now, if they don't learn how to love you, if they don't learn your triggers, if they don't learn what triggers you and pisses you off, how can
Right.
they authentically love you if they don't know how?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of relationships go bad due to trauma.
Yeah.
And it's not that the person you're with supposed. We are selfish though because we expect the people that we're with to make us happy, right?
That way.
You
Right.
want them people to bring you peace. You're supposed to have peace already. You're supposed to
Right.
be
That's that
happy
self
already.
love. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Hmm.
victim of that. I I
Same.
I figured that I don't know how to love myself first, and I'm looking for it in all the wrong places, and that's how we end up in bad situations just because we're out searching for things,
Hmm.
and it stems back to where we come from.
Right.
Some people were brought up in love. Some people brought up
Hmm.
on survival. Some people brought up
True.
on struggle. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of
Hmm.
people are unequally yoked. We have people in our life
Right.
that we make a lifetime out of it, but they only supposed to be seasonal people to teach us some stuff and then
Hmm.
move around. But we
Right.
as people hold on to those things and those people. We feel like we
Hold on
can't
to them
make
for
it
dear
without
life.
some, you
Hmm.
know. And we're steady getting drained. They only around us and with us for what we can offer. But when we stop
Right.
offering things, we handicap them so much that they don't
Hmm.
care to love us. They only there to get that support because we done handicapped them already.
Right.
So they know they can go to the next one and you still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's our fault. It's our fault. We
Right.
guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we allow
Yeah.
people to keep hurting us, and we constantly trying to find the good in people. But if I'm
Hmm.
pouring into you all the time, then who are you when you gonna pour into me?
Right. They're not. They're not. And they're not obligated to. And that's the crazy part. We want them to because we pour into them. Why not pour into us? That is not the mindset we're supposed to be having. Everybody has this mindset of everybody for themselves. And at one point in time that could have been fine. But we're in a day and age where honestly we all have to be honest. We need somebody. We have been crabs in the bucket for so long. Oh, and that's not just relationships. That's like you said, sisters and friends and just society. Period. Oh, homegirl down the street just got a new car. She ain't nothing to do. We talk about each other. We pull each other down, and it wears and tears on all of us. We act like it doesn't bother us, but we do. It does.
You're right. The next question, coming from Josh, he says, "Have you ever thought about pouring the love that you yearn from another person into yourself to protect yourself from the hurt that you endure?" Oh, he done jumped off and got deep, girl.
Right. Don't be doing that, Josh. Okay. But all rawness, yep, I have wanted to, and it's part of the journey that I'm on. After my last relationship, it was me, me, me. I'm gonna focus on me. But then I don't know what type of part of me this is. It just started to feel so wrong to do so much stuff for myself. And there are other people that, hey Drea, do you got? And I say nope. And no, I know I do have it, but it was me just feeling like I'm being selfish. So now I have the mentality of I do for those that do for me, while still keeping my cup, my blessings, my talents, whatever I'm being anointed and blessed with, keeping a little something for myself in the end. I watched a lot of videos and stuff about self improvement, and the biggest thing that a lot of women that I've talked to have done is pray and meditate. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I have my niece doing. And we do it every morning, we do it every day, every night. And it's just connecting with ourselves, connecting with God, and trying to love at least a little piece of us. Because ain't nobody gonna love us like we love ourselves. And if we're putting so much love in other people, why not? So it's definitely hard though, especially when you've been used to giving and being someone else's support and motivation for so long, you don't know how to do it for yourself.
You're right.
Well, thank you, Josh, for your question.
Are there any questions that you want to ask me?
Um, Now you have been through hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, you name it. You have weathered several storms, and here you
Yeah.
are, not to be where you are, but just to push to get their own piece of sunshine. What's one piece of advice that you have given to other women that are looking to get more self love for themselves and just break those dark clouds that they have hovering over them every day?
Um, Me personally, I'm the type of person I can pray everybody out of their situations. I could tell everybody what's best and everything, and it works. It works for everybody. But me, I can't save myself from nothing. I go into everything that I talk out of. I'm like, when am I gonna, press my way through? But you gotta keep
Right,
praying. Um you gotta keep going. When it seems like it's the end, it's just the beginning. My advice to young ladies, as you know, I'm always having a word for
hmm,
young folks and old folks and women in general. My storms are different. I feel like
hmm,
all my storms are equipped for me to go through to be able to bring y'all through. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I don't understand them, but they are all necessary.
right,
Um, so some of the things that you're going through may not even be for you. You may be going through
yeah,
those things to be a test for other women that are not as strong as you are.
right,
That's how I get by. I'm like, man, I don't even really understand why I go through some of the things that I go through.
right,
And I didn't understand why. But then as time goes by, as I keep living, the very things that I
hmm,
went through, it was to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, I started out when y'all were in school. I was a
right,
substitute teacher
yep,
as a teenager. So I was a
yeah,
teenage substitute teacher, substituting high school kids. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I could relate. Um, and being very transparent. When y'all were
hmm,
coming up along y'all journey or whatever, a lot of the school classes, the students witnessed the abuse that I've had in my life.
hmm,
Y'all saw my storms. Y'all have actually
yep.
endured my storms with me. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't even imagine that I would even be here to be
Yeah.
knocking on 40 due to the storms that I went through.
40 well.
Y'all when I had my kids, y'all were
Hmm.
babysitting, y'all was doing everything, whatever it took. And when y'all
Yeah.
were going through storms with y'all house, my home was an open door for all y'all. I had a whole lot of
Yep.
kids, so I can only imagine now how many god babies I got, how
A
many,
lot.
some of the students that I ran across.
You want me to leave the phone there?
And every time I would
You might well
hear
pop a
from
squat.
y'all,
What?
every time I would hear from
Where you
y'all, I would
charge?
be so excited. And who is that? I'm looking
Alex.
at. I can't think of his name. Yeah, Alex. That's his name. Hi, Alex.
Uh-huh. And they say, hey,
But yeah,
Christina.
so
Say,
you can really go through some things and be a testament to it. for somebody else. Y'all know we have had many girl talks.
Mm.
I was an open door for everybody,
Oh, for sure.
and y'all was there for me to cry to. You know,
Yep.
sometimes it takes that.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, what are your outlets? What is your support system like when you going through things
Oh.
such as this?
Oh. Hold on. I can show you. Hey. Hey.
Oh, that's the
Right there.
support system.
That's the
Okay.
support. That's the rock. That's the anchor. That's the get your ass up and stop acting like a 5 year old. That's everything. Like growing up, having my grandfather who was amazing beyond words, to not having anybody. That man right there is my brother, my dad, mentor. I can talk to him about girl things, guy things, relationship things, financial things. And just like here, there's no judgment, there's no finger pointing or nagging. It's, look, sis, this is what we can do. You might as well go ahead and wipe some tears. Let's go ahead and get this handled type of support. And I know me, I'm a brat. And sometimes that's what I need. I need that little kick. Come on, let's go and get this done. I can cry about it later. It's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna get it done. And that's why I appreciate, and that's why I'm so transparent with communication. Talk to me, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to you.
Right. Josh says you're your best self when you put in uncomfortable positions. Peace comes to you when you put you first.
Okay,
And I'm working.
I like that.
I'm
Mm,
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to work on that.
I'm definitely
We
working on this. It's a
we
process.
it seems like
I tell my sister
we
this
need to be
every
the
day.
peace for ourselves that we are
Yes.
for everybody else.
Yeah.
Um, Me knowing you coming up, you're always trying to make everybody else's life
So
easy.
much
You know what I'm
easier.
saying?
Yeah.
Um, but you being Fadria had to be the mama. Fadria had to be
Hmm.
the big sister. Fadria had to be the person in charge to the point where you had nowhere to turn to. Yo
No,
low was
don't do
heavy.
that.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
want to cry
saying?
on here today. I don't want to cry. Don't do that.
Girl, this is real shit. Um,
Oh no.
your low was like really, and you were going through some
Yeah.
silent trauma within yourself, and you was in a hole, right? And
Right.
because you was in this hole, I know. Okay, I'm finna just be transparent. Okay, it's Suicide
Okay.
Prevention Month, right?
Yep.
You've been in situations that you want to take your life,
Oh, for sure.
and when
For
you're going through
sure.
situations, what what brought you to that point to where you felt like you was no longer needed here on earth?
Oh wow. Um, a lot of stuff, man. It was a lot. Being the oldest, one, not just wanting that responsibility, but really just having that responsibility thrown on you. It was a lot to be that example for three other kids, and I wasn't perfect. Um, so that was a lot. Mom stressing out, single parent. Learning that I have different disabilities and sicknesses, and I'm different, and not being adequate or added up to my other siblings. Like, it's crazy, and I'm really, really trying not to get mad because I don't want to go there. But when Quitman County Homecoming is coming up, and I swear to God, I do not want to have anything to do with Quitman County just because of all the girl. I don't know if anybody understands how it feels to be the oldest and nobody in the entire town knows who you are, and you have a younger sibling. Oh, wait, aren't you so and so's sister, or aren't you so and so's older? Dang, I didn't even know they had a. Oh, damn, really? I came first. I was just seeing you walking down the same hallways. We take the same fucking classes. Being invisible and then wanting to be visible. And when you become visible, it's in a negative light. And then you got scrutiny from family, you got scrutiny from friends. Then this world that you don't jump into, it ain't even your world. But you did it for love, you did it for acceptance. And then you start to think, damn, I wonder how everybody's life would feel without me. Who would cry? Who would have anything to say? Who would remember your name?
Breathe,
To sit in my to sit in my own apartment while my boyfriend is in a room with another girl. You don't need me, bruh. I can't take care of my mom when she's sick. I can't take care of my siblings when they're sick. I can't barely take care of myself when I'm sick. Don't nobody need me. Those are your thoughts. Those are my thoughts going through those dark times. And I still have them. And if it wasn't for prayer and actually having somebody to support me and say, no, you're supposed to be here and I appreciate you, bro, I would have off myself a long time ago. And that's just me being transparent. From drinking bleach to being a absolute cutter. Seeing my mama cry because I've carved the feelings that I'm feeling in my arms because I didn't feel anything. I I tell myself, oh, I love me, plus size and all, I love me. Transparently, I do not, but it's a process. It's a process.
You do love you because I love you. We love you.
Josh says, I think when you learn to embrace yourself and begin to live for you, you'll discover your own self peace. But you can't base your lifestyle off of what others think of you.
I did it for a long time.
And you know, I talked to you about this for years, years and years and years to come, and I still
She did it.
told you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just
Um,
letting you
I
know.
know. You need some tissue, please. Oh man.
personally, Josh said, have you ever thought about getting counseling, Drea?
Yes, I have. I tried Christian counseling when I was younger. That was an epic fail. I'll never do it again. And grandmama says that God is the only counselor that you need. He'll talk to you if you listen.
No, you should have did.
I
Oh, you
just,
ain't ever know when I tried to get you up
I just stopped listening. So for now, I'm just floating, trying to figure out life on my own. I take bits and pieces of advice and encouragement from other women that I know been through some things, get a little bit here and there, and try to write my own story. Um,
Your
but I do feel like I need
own
professional
story.
help. I do sometimes.
there.
That's
I don't
true.
know though.
Um,
I might need to give you $100 for this counseling session.
Sis.
you really gotta open up because if
Hey,
you
sis.
Huh?
You ever want to pay me?
You my brother.
What that mean?
it's a you have to have I only got this podcast because it was my way of having a voice.
Right.
And to give other people a platform that is non-judgmental to be able to tell their stories for people all over the world that's going through. You're not going through this stuff by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's other people having the
Right.
same situation, and they don't know how to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if you have people on your side that can, I have a sisterhood situation, a soft girl team of people, and I'm gonna get you
Hmm.
the information so you can be a part of that too. That
Okay.
everybody with different situations, not everybody that's already arrived. You know what I'm saying? People that's
Right.
out here hurting for real. They have sisters,
Right.
but then they don't have people to talk to for real. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It be like that. And sometimes when you're the black sheep is not always a bad thing.
Hmm.
You're not a yes person. You know what I'm saying? Ain't it funny that they don't call you to come around for nothing fun, but when some serious stuff come up, they know your name. You the first one they call. Why you done
Oh
forgot my
yeah.
name for everything else, like hanging out? You done forgot me then, but now you need me to do some important stuff because, like I tell everybody, because they know if my hand touch it, it's gonna roll.
All right.
You
All
understand what
right
I'm
now.
saying?
All right. So is.
So that's what that is with you. You write poems. You a great writer.
I
You
quit.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
that
cause
was
I
your
quit.
piece. I used to love to hear when you be writing. Um, Josh says, "What are some of the simplest things that will put a smile on your face, or that will make you smile internally?"
I don't even know what'll make me happy no more. It's crazy. All I can say is I just want to be happy. I want to be stable and happy. I want to be able to help when I can and just live the life that God wants me to live it. I can't put anything more specific than that. Happiness, just the true utmost happiness, not bitter or, slick envious of nobody. I'm living my life type of happiness, not worried about nobody else.
Living my best
And I
life.
know you went.
I ain't going back and forth.
You came out of a
Living
storm.
my
You just
best
came
life.
from a storm. You endured a hurtful situation with your baby and stuff like that. And you
Yeah.
you held all that stuff in.
You.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's not, and when you told me about that, you remember I had already told you about that before it even happened. I already told
Yeah.
you what was going on, which was weird, you know what I'm saying? But when you're connected to people, you don't have to talk every day. And
Right.
sometimes when you randomly hit me up,
Only
I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
just
know
talking to me, you don't
where
have to
I'm
talk every day.
going.
But when you do talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't
Taking my
never left. I ain't
choices
went nowhere.
Like
I
we
ain't going
never,
on no phone
right?
call.
way.
You gonna
I
find
know,
me one way or
right?
the other.
One
And the
way or
day
the
when
other.
you
That's
came
crazy.
around and when Quayla
I'm
did your
coming
hair,
home.
that was the
Hmm.
first time
Hey,
I saw you again
I'm stuck
forever.
Yep.
on you.
You know,
Yep.
Got
but
me
we still
feeling
the
down.
same, just a little
Oh,
aching
did I
pain here and there.
say?
But we are here.
Man. Little more
Don't
weight.
ever go
Girl.
a day
Yes, I'm
thinking
on
that you
my
don't have
way.
nobody that
I
can
guess.
relate to you. Anybody can read a book.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But you ain't been through nothing. You can't tell nobody else nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep that in mind too. And
Yeah. Yeah,
Josh
it's
says, but in
crazy.
order for you to do that, even though you don't know where to start, that's kind of why I asked the previous question. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, you can't make no one else happy until you're happy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what everybody around me say, because I'm not. You can't pour into
And you
anybody else
can't
if your
pour
glass
into
is empty.
anybody else if your glass is empty. And I know you remember me telling you about that glass. I said you take a lot of
Yep.
glass and you pour your mama them, your auntie them, your best friend over there, the old lady down the street, the little boy with the snot in his nose. When you pour into all them folks, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Even the dude that didn't even have no change for a loose cigarette.
Man,
When you
what you
pour
said
in,
gave him a whole $10.
you know what I'm saying? So when
Man.
you get through pouring all of that, you ain't got no drops left in your glass. You know what I'm
No.
saying? To pour back into you. What you gonna drink? And then the moisture, and it's gonna be humid, 110 degrees outside. Now you ain't got nothing to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing, girl.
So you
Yeah.
wait until your cup is full, running off the table, and then you think about pouring into somebody else. Because guess
Right.
what? You can't expect the you out of everybody.
True. True. So
We
true.
hurt
Yes, ma'am.
ourselves expecting people to treat us the way we treat them.
Yep. That's true.
Do me a favor. Go through your phone, your call log,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you think
Okay.
about of the people in your call log, how many of them you can call right now and say, I need you, and they gonna come.
Ah,
Wait,
baby.
wait, wait. How many
Oh my
people
God.
reached out to you that you ain't picked up and called to talk to first? How many times do your phone ring for them people before you call them? Come on, I'll wait.
You got all night? Yeah, me. Mm.
Okay. So what you do is you go in there because by the time I get through taking the call, the names out of mine, ain't nobody gonna be on there but probably Josh and my brother. And look, the phone people telling me that my phone gonna be off at 12, 1 o'clock. Well, and then, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. We're in a season now where we have to pour into us the same amount of water we pour into everybody else. We seeds
Yes.
too, pour into ourselves so we can grow.
True. That's true.
Cause we supposed to be further in life than where we at now, but we spend so much time making sure everybody else done made
Yep.
it. Right?
Yep.
So you just gotta be mindful of those type of things. Joshua says, Miss Drea, I challenge you to write a book on your life. It will be very interesting.
Oh wow.
She started it.
I did a long time ago.
She started it a while back. Yeah.
I
I done
don't
started
know.
mine too. I just
Now that one is gonna be
you
interesting.
just gotta do it. Girl, I can't wait till I finish it. I just need that push to, get it on out there.
Girl, this podcast
It's
is
gonna be
your
worth
push. Yeah.
it. Yes.
If you don't go ahead and spread that word so we can stop being lost out here.
And I got a song for hold on, let me go to it. I always like to play a song. I'm
Okay.
gonna play this one. Listen to this song right here. It's called You Don't Know My Story, or I Got a Story to Tell.
Mhm.
If you got a story to tell, I dare you to get on your feet, clap your hands, and stomp your feet. I don't know about you, but I got a story to tell. My. Good God Almighty. Listen. You don't know my story. You won't understand my glory. You don't know my story. understand my praise. You don't know my story. You won't understand my glory. 'Cause I am all that I am because of what I've been through.
Okay, that's true. That.
Won't understand. You don't know my story. You won't understand. Hey, 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 hey. Won't understand. I am. Listen.
Okay.
I just want you to hear that.
Yeah, I like
That
that.
was a little bit of it.
Okay.
That's passed away, my pastor. You don't know,
Okay.
people don't know your story of what you've been through. Um,
Yeah.
but the thing is, a lot of people want to look at the outcome, but they don't understand the process.
Right.
You went through storm. So you get blessed to have something. They don't know the storm and turmoil you had to go through to get there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's
So
true.
they gotta not put their mouth on you. Um,
Yeah.
Everybody can judge a book by the cover, but they don't even take the chance to open the book up.
You know. Yep.
Just open the
Uh-huh.
book. Who know you better than you?
Right.
People rather go ask everybody else about you and don't have the audacity or the mindset to come and talk to you to get to know you for who you
Exactly.
are. They base who they own perspective of you off of what somebody else said about you.
Mm-hmm.
So now they
Right.
got this whole entourage of people because they don't like you now. But for those people that are like that, it once was a time that y'all were cool. So what was it
Mm-hmm.
that they did to you or you did to them to change how they feel about you? So, that's just about the gist of it. We've been on for about an hour. So, Miss Drea,
Yes.
is it anything that you want to tell? I, if you could tell your younger self, if you can go back and talk to your younger self, what would you
Ooh,
tell your
okay.
younger self now? What would you tell them?
Uh,
This is what I
I
want you to do.
would
This is how I want you to
tell.
do it. This is how
Okay.
I want you to do it.
Okay.
I want you to give your younger self a nickname,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And talk to when you respond, start off
Mhm.
by saying that nickname and then say what you're going to say. Talk to us as if you were talking to your younger self in the mirror.
Yep. Okay. So younger self, transparency. My actual nickname is Pumpkin. So we're gonna talk to Pumpkin today. Um.
Yeah, talk to me.
Okay. So Pumpkin, I you're you're not worthless. You're not like anybody else. You are talented. You're very smart. And ain't nobody worth it other than you. Like, go for it. Don't stop. Don't stop writing. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop being your genuine self because you're the happiest when you're who you really are. You don't have to put on all these masks. They're ugly anyway. They're not who you are. And you can't grow up and be scared. You can't grow up being scared. No one is going to be there forever. You have to stand up and fight for yourself. You have to fight. Because if you don't, you're gonna be hurt a lot. And no, when it's all said and done, you did it for you and nobody else. And once you do that, the one thing that you ever wanted is to make your family proud. They're gonna be proud of you regardless. Because you're gonna fight so hard. Don't be so hard on yourself when you fall. And don't stay down too long. It's okay to cry. And there's nothing wrong with you. Love yourself first. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. Love yourself first. And you'll be okay.
If you were to drop
Yeah.
everything from your past today, how would you introduce the new you?
Say it again.
If you were to drop everything from your past today, how would you introduce the new you?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know what she'd be like or where
Do
she
you
would be.
think, do you guys think that being unhappy for so long and not understanding the power of dwelling is blinding you from knowing what would really make you happy in today's time?
Maybe you can say that, and then it could be completely opposite. I could have been well off, no struggles, and still been this same miserable person. Like I honestly don't know. I just know that I struggled, I hurt, I cried, I bled, and I'm sitting right here, confused as ever, but I'm not giving up. I'm gonna figure this out. I can't take back the things that I've been through, the people that left, the people that lied, the things I've done to myself. I can't take those things back. So every day is just learning to accept me, learn me, and keep going. I can't do the what if because I don't know.
My advice to you is to revert back to that happy place, right? A lot of childhood hurt turns into adult trauma, and because you was looking for acceptance as a child, you're still looking for that same acceptance as an adult. And we were equipped with everything we needed to fulfill what was promised to us. But we're so adamant as humans to think that we need help from somebody else, right? We have to accept the fact that we're never going to be accepted by the people that we really want to be accepted by. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with you.
Right.
It's their own insecurities. It's their own insecurities, and they have to find people. They have to find other people to hurt because they're hurt. And that saying is true. Hurt people hurt people. That's a true statement. So I challenge you to go back to your happy place. that thing that you did that made you so happy that you had a care in the world. Whatever it was that you did, you was at peace.
Wait, I don't.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
All the
You sitting here like,
all
yeah,
the hall.
it was a place and time in your life was a happy place for you. I need you to go back and revisit that place. Okay. It was just you.
Yep.
Never say so bad.
It was just
No,
in that happy place. It was just you. And it's okay to go there from time to time to keep your own sanity. Okay. You
Okay.
you can drink as much as you want. You can smoke as much as you want. But at the end of the day, the problem's still gonna be there. Right? You can go from state to state to state. It's gonna be you still just taking the problems with you. It's just in another state. So you got to start leaving the baggage, letting go of the baggage. You got to let go of some people. You got to let go of some things. You got to refrain from going to some places because those people and those things and those places are designed to keep you dragging. It's to keep you weighed down. But how can you go to the next level if you can't get on a plane with two or three, four bags, right? They say
Right.
that load too heavy. You're gonna weigh down the plane. You won't even be able to take off. So that's the same thing about your life. And I need to be speaking this to me too. You know what I'm saying? We can't go to our next level because we trying to take some people with us that can't go. You know what I'm saying? We taking some things that don't need to be. So we got to go through these new beginnings, right?
Yeah,
And it's
definitely.
doable.
It's difficult but doable.
It's doable. Joshua says if he said Miss Julia, I think you depend on others to validate your happiness, but it's also a struggle for you. Do you agree?
Yeah, I definitely look for validation. Um, and that's childhood trauma. It was always a contest. It's always a competition. You have to be the best kid. And where I couldn't be the best in academics, I was definitely the best at home. And I took that with me. You have to accept me. You have to like me. You have to want to be my friend. And that is, I mean, how it is. I've bought relationships. I've done a lot of things to be around people just for people to think, for me to think that these people accept me or like me. And yeah, so it's definitely I need that validation, but again, I'm trying to validate self worth, self love. It's just a process for me. Uh huh.
I be looking for validation. I be my grown self, my old age. I be sitting here. I'm in my own house, but before I get ready to go to another state, it seems like I got to get permission from somebody to go somewhere. Or do I'm like my old self got my own stuff, been on my own for years. But I felt like I have to get permission to start over in life by people.
I showed her this. No, she said. Don't say nothing.
So yeah, I understand that people just it's what people do. You know, we
Yeah.
have to make a way for ourselves. To make it in life, we have to take chances. Um, a lot of places stagnate us, like Lambert and Marks. It seems like it's a Bermuda Triangle, like it's like we just in a circle, like you can't get out of nothing. And people that's there so negative and they don't want to make it in life, and then when they see you out here trying to get it, they don't know how to accept it because you don't need them anymore. You don't need their validation anymore. Now they got to find something else to talk about. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But we coming from where we come from, we have to know and understand until we get ourselves together. We can't be the best us that we can be.
True. Yeah.
Um, and we got to pour that same energy into ourselves that we've been pouring to into everybody else all our life.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I just want to say that this has been an amazing
Woo.
conversation. Um,
Yeah.
this podcast
Was
we
not
laughed together,
expecting
cried.
this.
Yeah.
Was not expecting
But
this.
do you
This is
feel
not.
you feel relief? How do you feel?
I do. I have been doing my best not to do a lot of crying. I've done very well for a few months now. Thank you for breaking my cycle because I was good not crying. But yeah, I guess I did it. Shush. I
Crying
was
is a
good.
form of healing. It's a form of healing. It's okay to cry. It's all right to do that.
Yeah.
But like I said, now that you have a taste of what this podcast is about, we want to talk about your wins as well as your struggles on here. So whenever we
Uh-uh.
have a red table talk, which I will randomly have, um,
Okay.
I will also have a segment called Unique Speaks,
Okay.
which I will give a message to the ladies and men as well. I'm trying to revamp my podcast to where I'm just gonna move the way God tell me to move. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's
All
gonna be
right.
unscripted, but it's gonna be
Okay.
respected.
Right.
I also have artists. If you know any people that are rapping or singing or writing a book or got a business, whatever
Okay.
the case may be, send them my way.
I
Send them
definitely
over
know
here
a
to the unique
singer.
experience.
Okay.
Yeah, nature. You got some people who got a story to tell. To help somebody else, send them to.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just an open forum, and I will always tell people before I check out of here. I always tell people no story that people have endured is left untold. You can always tell your story because you don't know who is gonna help.
Mhm.
We're not here for ourselves. We are on borrowed time.
Yeah.
So you don't know if your story is going to keep somebody else from committing suicide, giving them another chance to get it together. Um,
Right.
Joshua says, "You guys are some of the smartest people I know. Remember, even when you feel left out or if you feel alone, that even entrepreneurs move alone in their silence. They don't need a crowd or an entourage to light up a room."
Oh,
Josh
I
been
like
on it
that.
today.
Ain't it
He been on
though?
it.
Okay.
He in the
He has
background.
been.
He doing the thing. Yeah. So yeah, I
Oh.
appreciate him being a beacon of light as well.
Oh.
His encouragement to pull you out of what you're going through, get a laugh out of
Yes.
you, cry every now and
Yeah.
then. But at the end of the day, it's all love, and
Right.
it's non-judgmental, right? And so
Right.
tell other people about your experience of the unique experience,
Definitely a
and
unique
invite them
experience.
over to get a taste of the unique experience.
Okay.
So I'm so glad that you enjoyed being here, and it
I
wasn't
did.
like you were in a it ain't like you need a lawyer to come speak on your behalf.
Nah, it was fun. It was
So
really
yeah,
fun.
tell everybody, tell a friend. Yeah, so you know where to find me. Um,
Of
if in fact you have
course.
anything that you want to talk about, send you have some
Um,
topics that you want to be touched on,
okay.
send them to me, and we'll get you
Okay.
on to address your topics. That's how we work, and I know you
I
have
just took
plenty
a
of
picture.
things that you can talk about
For sure.
to send
Yes.
to me. So yeah,
Okay.
we are on three different radio stations. We will be aired on Thursday
I'm gonna be on the
on
radio
the Lions
for.
Den. Yes, the Lions
Ooh,
Den on Thursdays at 5 o'clock. Download the Lions Den app. You're gonna be on Pooh Fly Radio, and I'll send you the link for that as well, and also WSSR 601 radio station. So yeah,
okay.
we out here,
Let's see y'all
and
out here. Woo.
and you can go back and kind of listen to see how you were your own therapist, how you talk yourself through situations just by tonight.
Yeah.
You see what
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
saying?
I see
So
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So everybody that's watching, those who are going to watch the replay, grab your favorite drink, sit on your favorite couch, and grab your favorite blanket and listen to the message, not from the package that it came in, and you will be relieved from some things you probably had on your mind about self-love and relationships that are in shambles. So until next time, you guys, take care of yourself first, and then pour it out to the other people. Okay? So that's a fact that you can take home for free. It's late. We've been in on an hour and 30 minutes. That's pretty good time. We've been venting. So, like I said, you guys, y'all take care. I love you. You got my number, Drea.
I
Use it.
do.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Tell Alex them I enjoyed them in the background.
I know,
Appreciate
right?
them. All the
All
all
that
right,
good
chick.
stuff.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye,
All right.
y'all.